right which is greater, and then turn to the next clean page at the top right which is greater, and then I want you to take there are two fractions on there, and take a moment and solve and figure out which one is greater. Circle the answer and draw a picture to show me some proof that you know which fraction is greater. Okay? Yes.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Did you do this?
Yeah.
I didn't know where I got it from.
That's okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good week. Is it this Thursday? 4:45?
This Thursday. Alright. And I have something I'm gonna bring in and have you explain it to me.
Okay.
I got something in the mail
Oh. Okay.
that we talked about before.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know what to do with it. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No. Okay. All right, so who wants to come up and break the first rectangle into 6 equal parts and tell me what the percentage is? Let's see. Hannah. And then Hunter, you could do the 8s if you want to. Okay? 6. So she shaded 5 out of the 6 equal parts. Now we need to figure out what the percentage is for 5, 6. How do you guys think we might go about doing that? Robin?
Well, 1/6 is 16 and 2/3.
Right? So Roman said that 1/6 is 16 and 2/3. So how would we find 5, 6?
Well, we know that 3/6 would be 50%.
Okay, so you said 3/6 would be 50%. Does that make sense to everybody that 3 out of 6 is 50%? Okay.
And then we'll add another 16 and 2/3, which would give us 66 and 2/3.
16 and 2/3 to that would give us 66 and 2/3, and that would be 4/6. Is that what you're saying?
Then that would be 4.
That would be 4/6.
And then add another 16 and 2/3, which would give us 83 and 1/3,
Okay, so that would equal 83 and 1/3.
which is 5/6.
Can you move forward on the slide
Yeah.
again? Again. Keep going. There we go. So that would be 83 and 1/3%. Okay? Hunter, come up and break the other fraction into 8 equal parts, and hopefully you're doing this too on your paper. So we know that 1/8 is equal to 12.5%. I can't hear you. Okay, so you said 4/8 or half of this is equal to 50%. Okay. Do you guys know what the whole thing is? 100%. So what if we said, okay, I know that this whole thing is 100%. Couldn't I take away this one? Couldn't I subtract 12.5% to find 7/8? What's 100 minus 12? Caitlin? 98? 88. And then if I take a half from 88, what am I left with? 87.5%. So, if you're looking at 5/6, which is 83 1/3, and a half, which is greater? Which is greater? Which fraction is greater? 5/6 or 7/8, Tim? 7/8 is greater. Okay? Another way that we can look at this. Alright, guys? This is something else I want to show you. Whoops. Can you clear the ink, please? And tell me the time that we're at. Okay, clear the ink, please. Okay, so the other way that we could look at this is we could find a common denominator, and I know that you did this with Mr. Winslow the other day. So what you want to do is you want to take the denominator and find the multiples of 6. What? Friday. Still the other day. And then find the common denominator for 8. What's the same between the multiples of 8 and 16? I'm sorry, 8 and 6. Courtney? Look up at the board. What are the same between 6 and 8? What's the same between 6 and 8? Multiple-wise? 24. So we're going to turn both of our fractions into something over 24 to make them common fractions. How many 6's does it take to get to 24? 6 times what gets me to 24? Lily?
6 times 4.
Times 4. If I do that to the bottom, I have to multiply by a form of 1, which is 4 over 4. So 5 times 4, eyes up here, please. What's 5 times 4? 20. So now we've changed it into 20 over 24ths. Once they're both in 24ths, we'll be able to compare them. Okay? How many 8's does it take to get to 24?
3.
Ben? 8 times what gets me to 24? 8 times 3. So our form of 1 is going to be 3 over 3. So 7 times 3 gives me what? Vivian? 21. So now, do they both have the same common denominator? Yes. Now can we compare them? This one is 20 over 24. This is 21 over 24. Which is bigger? Luke? 7/8. You could go ahead and stop the recording, please.